The age of the influencer is over. The time of the buck has come.
He's gotta be on something.
Steroids. How come you always think my guys are the ones that use it?
Guys. Yeah. Well, it kind of was sad. I was going to say that I was just crying. That's why I sound like this. Because I accidentally deleted my chin-ups. And I poured my heart and my soul into those chin-ups. 5 sets of 5 with 63.5. So we just have to see this squat set instead. And that's a pretty good tempo. It's got a little bit of a bend in there, Chad. Are your squats looking like that?
I only do sets of 5. But I'm doing more weight than this.
Yeah. Well, you can do your... What do? You do like 505?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can do that for like 15 reps. Maybe more. We'll see, sucker. Chad's best set of 20 best set of 20 squats is 405. But he wasn't wearing cowboy boots, and so he doesn't get this a 10 in style like me. The reason why I started wearing cowboy boots is because I get a sore toe from those other shoes. And these are the only sort of other shoes that I had with elevated heels. Because I didn't want to go and spend more money because those, what are those, Romalios? Oh, those were like $350 or something. So I'm like, well, these cowboy boots are like $200. But I'm not going to go get another shoe. Although I did get these like cheap Russian shoes, probably for kettlebell bros. They kind of suck. Although they have that old school weightlifting aesthetic where it's kind of like the it's not just one big block. It's like 2 blocks under your feet, but they're not. The heel's not high enough. Anyways, here we go.
This is gonna be a tough set.
Well, this is only end up being a set of 3.
Oh.
And so, although it doesn't, the workout didn't start very good. We're recording this voiceover Friday night. It ended up being good. I just needed to find the right rhythm and the right music. Because there's always like a certain, I don't know, like there's probably like like 3 or 4 songs that you use for certain lifts. And for me, overhead press, you need to listen to Relentless by Strappy Young Lad and Centipede. Those are pretty good. And I've probably mentioned those in about 20 other videos. But Relentless is a really good. That's like a cheat code. And for deadlifts, I used to listen to the song. Well, actually, another one that I liked for overhead press is Key. But most people probably wouldn't get pumped up by that, but it's pretty intense. I'm looking freaking huge today. You know, with fully bloated, Chad was telling me his gut measurement when he was Chad 250. And so me yesterday, fully bloated, well, I suppose I've been more bloated than that, but my gut was still an inch smaller in circumference than his.
Yeah, I think you were sucking in though. Were you pushing it out?
Yeah, I was pushing it out.
Oh.
He said I was sucking my back in. Okay, so here we go. Here's my good set. I got Relentless going. The good version of Relentless, the album version is good, like the studio version. But the one that they play live in, it's For Those About to Rock, and that's in Vancouver in a club. It's a really good recording and performance. Grave Strong, that sucker. He said I need to get out of the kitchen. But what I instead of, you know, the obvious implications of that, which or his insinuation is that I suck at cooking, what I actually think he was trying to say was that he wants to cook for me because he's in love with me. I mean, you shouldn't go. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, what else needs to be said, anyways? And so, this is my snack, President's Choice, plain yogurt, about 960 calories in total. How many? 4. Actually, it's not too bad. It's like 32, 64 grams of protein, around there. 60 to 64 grams of protein. I was going to talk about some bulk problems, and one of the main ones is that you get, people might say like, oh, you're not absorbing things, but the amount excreted isn't nearly what is like it's going in. So anyways, one of the bulk problems is that you got to take a crap probably 3 times a day instead of just 1 time a day. Well, that's not really that much of a problem. Well, a problem at the start was, for sure, I couldn't digest the raw eggs. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this is the allergy season for me. So I have a t-shirt here that's specifically for blowing my nose in. You don't want to see that. Anyways, another thing is that you get, because you know when you have to go to the bathroom, you get the most like terrible farts, and recently, it's my flatulence has an extremely long half-life. Okay, my brother says it's like a Chernobyl thing. Okay, it's like a Chernobyl fart because it made his room smell for hours. Like, you know, I didn't intend for that, but that was just a happy accident. I think what happens is so you have gas when you have like a shit in the queue, and so when you fart, it blows past the shit, but it is kind of it assumes the aroma. It kind of and it permeates in it suddenly, okay, for a short time before it comes out, and that's why it comes out. That's why it's so nasty. Okay, I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And I mean, that's pretty fucking gross. Who else is going to talk about this on YouTube? Who else is going to tell you the truth? Then Alex Muscle's the truth in bodybuilding. Well, this is the truth in body bulking and taking a dump. There's a guy on the Discord, and he was always a skinny person, and for what he did, I think back in high school to bulk up, was eat. This guy's bulk was peanut butter, probably not natural peanut butter. So soybean oil with some peanuts in it, peanut flavoring, and then Aunt Jemima's pancake syrup, so corn syrup. Well, formerly Aunt Jemima. Pearl Milling Company pancake syrup. And so, I mean, that's probably peanut butter, just in case. I mean, if you've been watching the channel for this long, maybe this video will be one of the ones that's more popular and they get some new viewers. If you're under the impression that peanut butter is even a decent source of protein, like, unless it's an animal product, it fucking sucks. But if you think that if you think that it's a legitimate source of protein, you're fucking dreaming. Anyways, I gotta get my ambience going. I'm not gonna be doing any absurdly huge yogurt chompies today, because this is one of these rare instances where I can speak somewhat eloquently, relative to, it was better, like, let's say, like 2 months ago, but relative to when I'm totally stuffed with food, my brain's just like, What? More work? All right. I'm a Warcraft 3 peasant. Or a peon. Or an abomination, actually. What we do? Because I was talking about how, bulk problems. There's probably a Reddit channel or forum where it's called like r/bulk problems. Although everyone on Reddit's a fucking pipsqueak. Well, there are some big ass nerds. I suppose people call me a nerd, but
Guts big.
Guts big. What are you talking about? I have a flat stomach.
You're like the Grinch.
See, look. Flat stomach, see? Flat stomach. So, anyways, I got Chad pretty good with a fart. Because I was describing... they already know.
Lucky you didn't sneeze at the same time.
True. So Chad was at the gym and he ran into my old football coach. And then he got... What, did he teach you how to do 225?
Okay, this is really...
Because I remember one time when I was there with David, and that guy was going like full combine, like he was actually doing a tryout.
Yeah. Because
he was doing like the thing I was doing, but unironically. Okay, so he had the super and he was like humping the bar, and I think his son was there, so maybe he wanted to impress his son. He's like his son was probably like, my dad's the strongest guy in here. He did 225, 14 reps.
Oh, okay. It's really funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, because like I just see like some big guy.
Wheel your ass over here.
Ass over here.
Yeah, see, prepare to be mobbed.
Yeah, see this way I see him.
He's standing up.
I'm really short.
He's standing up.
Yeah, he because I was benching beside him, so I was doing 300 for 5. That was easy.
Yeah.
But like he was just doing like a bunch of reps, and then he loaded up 225. I'm like, okay, I wonder how many reps he's gonna do. And then he was doing like his the power reps. Okay.
Yeah, because if combine. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he re-racks it, and he doesn't have headphones. And so I'm like, oh, are you training for the combine? And he's like, what? I'm like, are you training for the NFL combine? He's like, oh no. And then he was telling me about because he used to play for the Argonauts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me all about that stuff, and then he was giving me some bench tips.
What's his bench tip? Get a huge ass gut.
No, he was telling me that I gotta use my lats.
Is he freaking for real lats? How the hell is that supposed to do?
Like pull my elbows, and I guess my elbows are kind of flared out.
Oh.
Like this. Well, that's exaggerated. Because I guess my bench is more like this, and he wanted me to bring my elbow in more. His method, and then he was saying that my grip is too narrow. My grip is that narrow because that's fucking comfortable for me.
Yeah, he's also like 6'4".
Yeah, because his index finger is on the first ring of the bar.
Yeah, so
and
it's like this.
And my
sounds why his grape's strong.
My index finger is about 2 inches from where the knurling stops.
Yeah, that's right. That's like my grip.
Yeah. No, you're talking about it. But yeah, he introduced himself by just his first name, and then later on, I'm like, holy shit, that must have been this other guy.
I remember it was when I was in grade 9, and I remember it was varsity. I didn't start, and we're like the whole team is going back through, but it's kind of more like a single file sort of thing. And he's talking to all the people who weren't starting, so I wasn't starting. I was in grade 9. Well, there was grade 9 to start, but that was when I went into my WoW phase, so I didn't really give a shit about football. And I just remember he's like, just keep on hustling and it'll pay off eventually. And then 3 seconds later, he says that to the next person. I'm like, oh, because I thought he singled me out because he saw some potential in me, but he was saying that to everybody.
Damn. No, he was giving me some good advice. And because
that's how he talks.
He does some coaching down in Alabama, I guess, for some of those football players, like Alabama State.
Alabama State?
Well, the university, sorry. Alabama State. The university down there.
Alabama State University?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a coach with Florida Gators. Yeah, FSU.
Well,
and
he's like, oh yeah, your bench, you're built for the bench press. It's like, my bench is.
He said you're short.
My bench is because he said like, oh,
he said you're naturally fat.
Like, see how long my arm is? See how far that has to move? Like, my arm was only a little bit shorter than his.
It's like,
And it's like, I'm 5'6" and he's 6'4".
yeah.
I didn't want to, I'm like, because he was saying that my
You should
arms
punch him in the throat.
my arms are short. And I'm just like, it's my arm's only like 2 inches short.
What's that movie where the guy, he throws a punch and then he goes and he hits the guy in the throat with his fingers?
That's Matrix.
The Matrix, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, that's like, there's this other guy we know, and he was, because he showed us this, I don't know, a chart, and it's kind of like, you put in your stats, and then it tells you whether or not you do sumo deadlift or conventional deadlift. But basically, you only do sumo deadlift if you're a silly Billy. But anyways, and it's kind of like it's like a torso length to leg length, or a torso. It was like a torso to full body length ratio, and then an arm length to full like height ratio. And he said he measured his arms, and he said I have extremely long arms for my height, and he's like 5'11". Okay, Chad's arms, your arms were like 3 inches longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. and Chad, and you didn't really have like exceptionally long arms for your height.
It was like 11% longer than normal.
Yeah. 11%.
Yeah.
Mine was like slightly longer than average for my height, but my torso was like dead average, and I think yours was average too.
Yeah.
You got the bench build. That just means that's just someone just calling you fat. Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was saying that I got.
You're built to be an anchor. That's what he should have said.
He said
You could be an anchor for the Titanic.
you're not when you're benching. You're not doing your tries. You're doing chest. And I'm like, no, when I'm benching, I'm doing bench. That's what I'm thinking, because we don't fucking say, oh yeah, I'm doing legs today. And he was saying
Except for that one.
You
Tell the
gotta-
story about your lag day when you were screaming. Actually, I didn't put that one in because my silly Billy impression isn't very good.
Oh, that.
That's when Chow was doing hacks.
Smith machine squats.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But I had to mog.
Might have to, yeah, you had to mog people on the Smith machine.
Yeah.
That's like being the best person at sucking dick. Yeah. If you're gonna do something, you should do it right.
I did feel like embarrassed being seen in the Smith machine.
And then you were also screaming, so you're like make sure everyone knew you were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you probably want. I was thinking today about the neuralizer from Men in Black, and how you probably wish that you had one and you could forget that. Because there's things in my life that I wish Agent K would show up and he would just fucking delete them from my memory. But
no,
those don't exist. Well, maybe brain damage could do that to you, but I'm good.
The only thing that sucked was I tweaked my back because that's a stupid fucking setup. Because they had to be looking at themselves in the mirror. So, because the way that the track is like this, and the mirror.
Yeah, it's not up and down. It's not up straight and down.
No, it was bent. So
you also have to have your back has to be completely straight, and your legs have to be out. Like your feet have to be out in front of you.
So if I was looking this way, it would have been fine because then you're pushing along the track this way. But because they had to be looking at themselves in the mirror, we were looking this way, and I was like, I was pushing up against it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, they're all fucking puny.
Yeah, the second strongest guy only did 315, which isn't 315. Like, sorry.
Smith machine squats?
3 plates.
315 is like 185. And,
well, when I did the 3 plates and a 25, it felt pretty heavy, but that's because I'm working extra hard to push against
yeah, you were trying to push the fucking thing out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Everyone in our town, there's like 3 of us that are actual weightlifters that are big. And it's Chad's one of them, okay? And he's 5'2". Okay? I remember when I went to go help my friend's sister move in this big ass desk, and her boyfriend was there, okay? And he's taller than me. And her dad's like, well, we got the 2 strongest guys in town here. And I was thinking, no, we don't. Jeez. I'm looking pretty freaking huge. Okay, this is just the start of the bulk. And you know how I know it's the bulk is legitimate now? Is because when I did my first job today, my calves nearly exploded. Because the MK677 kicked in. And my calves almost exploded. I was getting a freaking back pump. Some guy said that the secret water that you gain, water weight that you gain from MK677 is just all around your vital organs, which is probably true, but there's some in the muscle as well. And it's definitely true, actually. That's probably why I could barely breathe when I did my 801 for 2 reps.
Right now.
That's my cardio level. Well, I used to eat a lot of yogurt, and half it's my lung. I inhaled it.
You inhaled it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not... That's not just a saying. So, yeah, my cardio back then, my biggest, was only good enough for 2 reps. Barely. Because I would breathe heavy before those 2 reps. Maybe that was from anxiety. I should have popped my pharmaceutical. My stuff. I should have cut fucking 10 seconds ago.
And you're doing your, like, what that...
Better be good, Chad.
Your getaway health recovery.
Oh, yeah. The getaway. You get shot 5 times.
Yeah. That's what you're doing before your deadlift.
Yeah, because you go in that game, you'll be like, because it takes place in London. I think it's London, and everyone sounds like Lenny McLean in that movie. Or it's because The Getaway is a video game that's made by, I think, Soho Studios, and I don't think anyone's ever heard of it except for Chad and I. But I remember seeing it advertised in this, I think it was called a Game Informer magazine. And I used to get that. I don't know what the hell I got that with. Maybe with like a Blockbuster. Maybe from Blockbuster. Oh yeah, they would just give you a free copy of it. And so I remember seeing it. And it's actually a really good game. Really well done. The driving's realistic. The collisions are realistic. It's not like Grand Theft Auto. But anyways, you'll be running. Okay? Because you got to save your wife and your son because they were kidnapped. So you're running, okay, and then eventually you're shot, and your guy's like, you shot like 5 times, okay, by a pistol, and then you're like, okay, and then wait another 10 seconds, and then you back to full health. Who the hell thought of that? If you didn't have that though, you'd be screwed. That game also had a duck and cover, like Gears of War style, or win back style of gameplay, where you're going behind cover, you go out, you blast people. It has the auto lock, and then there's different. Was there a shotgun? There's a pistol. There's probably a couple machine guns. But anyways, it's an all right game. Okay, final snack of the day. I just ate a bunch of pasta. Tomorrow's gonna be fucking crazy with the food. I don't think I'm gonna do it for a video. I don't think I'm going to have to do what I'm gonna do tomorrow every day. Otherwise, you're gonna see me on My 600-Pound Life. And so I had pasta. I finished off my milk. That brings me up to like 7,800 calories. I mentioned how the lady, my customer's neighbor, gave me a Powerade. I put some collagen protein in here. And so anyway, she gave me a freaking orange Powerade, and I hadn't had one in years. Well, I remember the red one being even better, but that orange one was freaking delicious. And then I've got some President's Choice dark chocolate. Stupid allergies. Of course, they gotta come on when I'm about to record something. Oh, man. Okay. And I was just thinking, every time I have to pass gas ever since Monday, well, maybe in the last 2 weeks, because ever since my stomach was upset, I got my gas. I know you want to hear this, but when I'm working, people they probably think I've got a screw loose. Well, they already think that, but I mean, they probably think that it's even more loose than it was before. Let's say I got a fart. I have to stop what I'm doing. So I just pause, because then I have more control over it. Because if I'm just walking, then you don't have, you don't have as much control. And so you don't want anything other than air coming out, right? You know what I mean? And so I don't want any more oopsies, okay? Because I can't be wearing a freaking diaper when I'm working. Because I'd have to get a bigger... Anyways. Bulk life. bulk life. You know, if you just titrate the calories up, you can. This actually isn't all that hard. You just gotta make sure you're eating a lot of fucking fat. Dark chocolate, 85% dark chocolate. Milk chocolate to me is sickening. White chocolate. There's the Hershey's cookies and cream bar. That shit is so gross. When I was a kid, I used to like it. I'd get my mom to buy me one. It'd be like 2 pieces in, and I'd already be sick of it. Oh, man. That's bad. Yep. Yeah, I don't really like... I like Hershey's dark chocolate, which comes in a red package. It's not very big. It's probably like 70 grams. I used to get that every day in college. It's probably only like 60% chocolate. It's probably not 70% chocolate, but it's still... That's about as sweet as I go now. 85% is pretty good. Yeah. Let's read some of these ingredients here. Reverse osmosis of water. So there's distilled water, sugar, citric acid. That's vitamin C. No, that's not vitamin C. Ascorbic acid is vitamin C. Sodium citrate. Salt. Potassium phosphate, natural flavor, vitamin C, Allura Red. Okay. Well, it looks fucking good. Holy shit. Magnesium chloride, calcium chloride. I watched Filligan's review of a new energy drink. Maybe it's like a year old, maybe it's 2 years old. Can't remember what the hell it's called, but it's Jake Paul's thing, or maybe Logan Paul. Whatever. One of the Paul brothers, one of those wiggers. The energy drink sucks because it doesn't actually have... The electrolyte content's terrible. And, yeah, compared to like Gatorade or Powerade, total trash. And I'm pretty sure it's expensive. You know, Jake Paul drinks that. What? Jake Paul? YouTube sensation? Hey, are you a little twink wigger who wears a hat, who has slightly long hair, and who wears a big-ass hat and speaks in Ebonics? Then this is the energy drink for you!